What's going on, everyone, and welcome to the Royal Figures podcast. Before I go in deep with this episode today, episode 74, I would like for you to go head over to Apple and Spotify and all podcast platforms, and you can follow me on the Royal Figures podcast. Also, if you would like to follow me on any of our social media platforms, feel free to go to Royal Figures on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok and Facebook, and you can actually follow me on those platforms. Let's get into this topic of conversation today. So apparently there's been some news that came back up on Clyde Drexler and his feelings of Michael Jordan after the Dream Team's run. And Clyde Drexler had made some comments. He actually made mention by saying that he was better than Michael Jordan, basically. He said, I was bigger, faster, and stronger. Now, let me kind of, get into this. Okay, Clyde Drexler. Now, Clyde, we do know that you're an NBA champion as far as with the Houston Rockets, right? But let's not get too carried away. And the reason why I want to say, there's nothing wrong with believing in yourself. I encourage you to believe in yourself because nobody else is going to believe in you like you're going to believe in yourself, right? But at this point, to say that you was bigger, faster, and stronger, do you realize Michael Jordan's nickname was the Black Cat? And the reason why they called him the Black Cat, because how he likes to move with stealth, with ease, where you could barely not hear him, but also how quick Michael Jordan was. And, let's not underestimate Michael Jordan's quickness on the basketball court. They said that his first step was amazing. His ability to get to his spots was amazing and elevate off, whether it's 2 feet, 1 leg, it didn't matter. Jordan definitely got stronger because if you go back until the playoff series when they played against the Detroit Pistons, Michael Jordan was getting beat up. So he actually got his personal trainer at that time, Tim Grover, to train him to get stronger. And once Michael Jordan got stronger, it was game over. And now we're talking about Michael Jordan, one of the greatest players of all time in NBA history with 6 NBA championship rings. So for me, Clyde, let it go. Clyde Drexler, let it go. You was not no way near the aura of Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan beat you in 1992 in their back-to-back championship. And Michael Jordan had made some statements. Do y'all remember what the statements that Michael Jordan had made? Michael Jordan had even said that, I'm not saying Clyde wasn't a threat. This was a Michael Jordan quote. But he said, but me being compared to him, which he's talking about Clyde Drexler, he said, I took offense to that. MJ did not want to hear someone was on the same level as him. And he talked about this in The Last Dance, in the Netflix documentary. Listen, guys. Listen. You have to be very, mindful on how great Michael Jordan was. This man was a phenomenon. And this man proved that Clyde Drexler was not on his level by beating him in 1992. Remember, there was a lot of buzz about who's the great, who's better than the other person. Is it Michael Jordan better than Clyde, or is it Clyde better than Michael Jordan? Do y'all realize in one of those games in the NBA Finals when Michael Jordan had so many threes and then he did the shrug shoulder look? After he hit I think it was 6-7 threes in that game. And all this was done basically in the first half. The man had about 30 points in the first half. Don't quote me on that, but somewhere around that ballpark. And he lit the Portland Trail Blazers up. He made a statement. And he made a bigger statement by winning and defeating Clyde Drexler and the Portland Trailblazers. At the end of the day, Clyde, you can believe what you want to believe, but let me be very clear. You were not Michael Jordan. You were not faster. You were not stronger. You were not bigger. Now, you may have been a little bit taller, but let's be clear. Michael Jordan is the GOAT, and he was better than you. Y'all stay tuned to the next episode of the Royal Figures podcast.